what this is. For reference, this is my hand size. Picture. Definitely these two guys playing cards. Wow.
$65.
For a dumbbell?
Yeah.
An ancient dumbbell.
Well, I think it's a pair.
Shout out to my city. What is this? Did you find a spear?
Yeah.
How much is that?
$165. New Guinea or Guinea, how do you say that?
New Guinea.
New Guinea spear.
Wow. What are you? Measure your charge. How charged am I, bro? I'm dead. According to this, I'm dead. I thought these were drugs. I don't actually know what this is. But there's a dead soccer ball on it. Wow, okay. I'm fluent. Oh, I found a Hot Wheels too. All these rubber stamps for days. Print blocks, not even stamps.
There's Irish on it. No, wait, I can't see the person.
Don't forget your bananas today. These are 3D mice. Baby octopus. It's creepy. That guy's real. So what is this? Made in California. Roy Rogers Western outfit. Look at that fez back there. Some bin of photographs. Who are you? Oof. Hi. This is before y'all's iPhones.
Is there Leica here too? Let's see if I see Leica. Which one of the oldest brands?
No, there's Polaroid right here.
That's a Benz company, Zeiss. You see Zeiss. Reflecta. Kodak. Wow.
I guess these are undelivered letters from 1924. Which one is this? That's not 20 years ago anymore. Beautiful. Auctioneer paddles. Delicious.
I thought it was a real gun.
I thought so too. That pig, where's that pig? There's that pig. I found an old-fashioned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 homeless turtles. Well, not so funny. It's like a ghost.
Ghost? Oh, a cloak?
Like a ghost cloak.
What does this
I don't know. I can't read that. Yeah, these are the old movie cameras. This is a tube checker tester. Okay, I thought this was a lie detector test. Creepy cats. These are ancient. It's about to eat one. This is so gross. That's about as close as I'm gonna. Ugh. Nope, nope. I'm just gonna walk away. I really hope nobody's waiting on me to come out of this bathroom, because this is a bathroom. Whoa.
Yeah, they're hung on the wall, and it's lots of really fabricated metal.
What is this? Ouch. Maybe he just sits there. A really old bag to take me out of here. Bye, friend. Here we go, adjusting the shot again because... Okay, this time I guess we'll have some more picture, more plant. We'll have half plant, half picture. Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the footage because I'm recording this like now, which is in the future, and the footage that I took was definitely in the past. Hi, welcome back. I hope that you guys enjoyed the footage and you were able to kind of get a feel for the store that I have found, which might be my new favorite place to visit in Austin, called Uncommon Objects. And if you didn't watch the footage, then why are you at this part of the video? Restart. I just went to Austin this past weekend, and as a lot of you know, I graduated from UT Austin a year back, and I love going back because it's basically my second home. This time when I went, rather than do the normal, you know, go down to South Congress, do outdoors activities, I kind of wanted to try something different. And I've never actually been to too many vintage stores in my life. I've actually had some very bad experiences with the ones that I went to. One of the vintage stores that I went to kind of smelled... Something's going on out there. One of the vintage stores that I've been to in the past, it was kind of musty, like the products in there were broken. I know these are all antiques, but you know, it just, there was nothing appealing in there for me to buy, and I guess I couldn't really visualize a lot of the antiques that I've seen in actual living spaces like the ones, you know, my house. This time when I went to Austin, I Googled vintage stores, and the first one that pops up on a lot of lists is a place called Uncommon Objects. And I believe they used to be over off of South Congress before, but now they've moved. So they have a little standalone kind of, it's almost like a little house thing. And I wasn't really prepared, again, as pretty much always all my videos, I wasn't really prepared for what was inside. We walk inside, and the first thing I notice is a giant dog. Like, it's like a zebra dog, but it's just the size of a zebra, and it's a dog. And I see, like, I think I was like a bobcat wearing a dress, and I saw a wolf in sheep's clothing, literally, like it was a wolf head in like a sheep's outfit. It was really like super cool. That was the first thing that kind of caught me off guard, was wow, this is going to be one of those really unique kind of eclectic kind of places. And I started on my right hand side, and the other thing I noticed was right when I walked in, there were these little pictures. There were pictures of people that, you know, probably from the past 1920s, 1800s, you name it. There was a whole bunch of them, and I felt like, and these are like, you know, personal photographs that they have, and postcards, and, you know, collections of mail. And at first you think that's a really weird for you to enjoy looking at, but you just look at the difference in writing style. You look at, you're holding a piece of history in your hand. Somebody took their time to write those notes, so it was just a very surreal kind of feeling. The other thing I really liked about Uncommon Objects is as you're walking through, each area is themed. And I noticed in one section, if they had a bunch of blue vintage products, they kind of set them up together. And they're not just thrown against the wall, they're very organized. They create basically an aesthetic so that you can actually see it in a livable space, which makes a good thing for me, because then I can say, oh, I actually can get myself a handheld ice cream maker because it would go really good on my counter next to this other random thing that looks cute. And it goes from like a blue section to a green section, pink section. I would have to say, sorry, there's a very distracting bird just staring in at me right now. There's a lot happening during the taping of this video. All the products that I was seeing, all of the little house decor, they had some like cap guns. They had a real skeleton, which I wasn't really sure. I wasn't ready for the real skeleton. I was just hanging out next to it, and the tag said, oh, it's a real skeleton. And I was like, oh, nice to meet you, Mr. Skeleton. There's so much there. And I mean, things I've never seen, pieces of history that I've never seen, actually. I think in the footage, you'll probably have seen an iron, a really old iron, you know, before we could have them plugged into walls. They had just, you know, glassware from years ago. Another thing that really fascinated me, which I'm kind of surprised it fascinated me because it's just wooden, like little, you know, those auction paddles that you stick up. But I guess being somebody who's an aspiring business person, I see these auction paddles where they would have an auction and people would raise their paddles to indicate that they wanted to place a bid. And to me, it was like holding a piece of history as well, because it was transactional history. That's how a transaction happened, and they still occur in that way, but this was a different time and place. They had a bunch of really amazing antique dolls that I don't think I've seen the workmanship of that quality before, and it's a very different aesthetic than the dolls that we see today. So again, it was a little bit of history kind of coming forward. I did get very nostalgic. There was a few things that I remember from my grandparents' house. There was a lot of things that reminded me of my grandparents, like there was a rotary phone. I know a lot of us are not familiar with rotary phones, but my grandparents used to have them in their house. So I just stood there and I stared at it for a minute, and right next to it, there was kind of like a fish, like glassware. And I remember my grandma had something similar because it was a very like popular item at the time when, you know, they were furnishing their house and they were new homeowners. And it was a very nostalgic kind of walk through my memory in so many ways. So if you're, you know, wanting to go and see more than just cool things, and you want to get that nostalgic feeling, and you want to feel like, you know, taking a break from this era and seeing another, Uncommon Objects is the place to go. Even the prices, I was kind of scared to look at the price tags, and some of them, yes, some of the items are, you know, more pricey. You've got, you know, furs and really cool paintings. Obviously not this one. This one was from like, I think like the Great Halls of TJ Maxx. But, you know, better quality than this, and beautifully framed. Framing is an artwork of its own. So some of the products are quite pricey, but then there are very reasonably priced products. You could get yourself a piece of history for about $20 or maybe even a little bit less. Or you could get yourself something maybe like a sign. Maybe you really like those vintage signs, like there was a 7-Up sign. Maybe you really like creepy baby shoes. I don't know, they had like really old-fashioned creepy baby shoes. It was the perfect prop for like a horror movie, I swear. But they're in great condition. So there were just so many things that I saw, and now that I go back, I'm gonna make sure that my trunk is a little bit emptier in my car so I can buy a few things and take them with me. It looks like Uncommon Objects very frequently changes out or updates their sets that they have set up, because even as we were there, I noticed that there was somebody that was moving things around and she was placing up new products. So not exactly sure how often they update the inventory, but it looks great. If you're going to Austin, you're gonna go to Uncommon Objects because it's just, again, just go. I tell you guys when you should go places, and I'm only telling you because I had a really good experience, and I think that should be a stop on your list. Of course, check out the Bats and, you know, South Congress, and I think there's the Domain now, which has replaced 6th Street, which, me being a dinosaur.com, I had no idea, but I found out this time. Definitely go check it out. They have an Instagram page, I believe, and a Facebook page. I think they were started in the 1990s, I believe, originally, and now they've kind of progressed to where they are, and it's it's just amazing to see that a small business, especially in Austin, has gained such notoriety. It's incredible. Shout out to Uncommon Objects. Thanks for the wonderful experience and just everything that you do and all the efforts that you take to preserve these memories and these wonderful antiquities that we take for granted sometimes. That's it for today's video, guys. If you have any suggestions for a video that you'd like to see, please let me know. I was thinking to kind of go outside of my comfort zone a little bit further and check out a hypnotist and see what that hypnosis and like stones and the realm of everything that I don't normally go into, what that's like. So either that or a suggestion would be great. Like you can write that down on the thing. That's all I got. I hope you guys have a great week and a great weekend. I don't know if I'm going to upload this before or after Thanksgiving, so happy early Thanksgiving or happy Thanksgiving or happy post Thanksgiving. And I'll see you guys around. Bye.